She walked into the emergency room at the Jewish hospital and says a resident who happened to be on a rotation there got her to a team at the Mercy Health Liver and Pancreas Center that likely gave her just the chance to even share this story today. This is how it all happened. Just a few months ago, at their row house gallery where these two sisters work, Janie Smith says she was in terrible pain.
I was at work and my back hurt so bad. I was laying on the floor in the office, and I told my husband the next day, I said, I just have to go to the emergency room.
She said she'd made a couple visits to the emergency department before where they were able to simply give her an injection to stop her pain. This time, however, it turned out to be a whole lot different. You see, Dr. Walker Plash, an emergency medicine resident, just happened to be on rotation in this emergency room that day. He decided to look into the source of her pain and discovered her pancreas was inflamed.
In emergency medicine especially, one of the things we focus on is kind of what's the most likely thing, but also what's the worst thing that this could be. And if it is the worst thing, what do you have to do to take care of that?
It turned out Janie did have the worst thing. But if there's ever a right time to find the worst thing, Jamie says this was it, because otherwise...
Yeah, we would have been dead.
Janie had pancreatic cancer. Because Dr. Plash found it, she got to Dr. Thomas Houston, a cancer surgeon, who was able to remove it before it spread.
That's the best possible outcome for this, and we found hers early, which makes all the difference.
Janie knows that almost never happens with this kind of cancer.
This is why I do it, though, for these outcomes, because 8 out of 10 are not resectable, and I don't get this kind of outcome. So this is why we do it.
It's also why Janie let us come back and join her when she got this team back together to say one thing.
Thank you for saving my life. That's pretty much it.
Pretty much it. One of those things that pretty much says it all when you're simply alive to say it. Oh, what a great story. Jaundice, often they say, is the first sign of pancreatic cancer, and even that is after it has spread. They said sometimes people notice a little yellowing in their eyes.
Right, yeah.
That's about the only other way you can catch this. So the fact that this team found something and got her to the right people really is remarkable.
Well, first off, this resident was trained very well and did a great job. But secondly, isn't pancreatic cancer one of the deadliest forms? I mean,
it can be. He said 8 out of 10 don't make it because you don't find it. I mean,
Yeah.
they would make it if we could find it, but
Sure.
we can't. So the fact that he found it right in that little bile duct before it had spread or gone anywhere.
Caught it early.
Yeah, and he could remove it, and then they're doing some precautionary things now.
Wow.
But that's nothing like just one of those days where you had the right people. And she said, you know, she feels like maybe there's some special plans for her life still.
Wow, what a great story. Thanks for sharing it with us. Janie, by the way, still in treatment, but expected to have that good outcome, and we'll continue to follow the story. At least I hope you will.
Oh, you betcha.
Yes, and we'll bring you updates on her progress.